Hey guys, got some new projects to share with you today. This is a little gift set I created for a friend's daughter. I have a friend back in Cali who recently watched some of my videos on YouTube, and she really liked the posh gift set that I had made for my older daughter. So she asked me if I would recreate it for her daughter who's having a birthday on August 1st. And I said, of course, why not? And so what I decided to do was basically just create the same things that I did. I created a configuration box made out of a drawer organizer tray, and I altered a letter, and I made her a little birthday card. And now the only thing that's different, of course, is, the embellishments that I used in the color scheme. Genesis, the little girl's name, her room is decorated in light pinks, blacks, whites. It's a very French theme, and I knew exactly what papers I was going to use. These are the Timeless collection by Teresa Collins. I remember seeing that collection a while back and thinking how pretty it was, very Parisian, with all the light pinks and the mask and black and white. So I knew that paper collection would be perfect. So that's the paper collection I used for my projects, and I'm just going to go through each one at a time for you. And also, what I decided to do is I'm really happy with the way that the entire set turned out. So I'm thinking, I decided that I'm going to submit it to Saw Crafters design team call. So I'm super excited about that. I wasn't sure I was going to join in, I didn't think that I'd have enough time because I know her deadline's coming up. But I really like this, and why not kill two birds with one stone, right? So this is going to be my submission into Saw Crafters design team call as well. So hopefully you guys like it. But anyways, enough rambling. I'm going to start off with the card that I made. And like I said, the theme is very Parisian, blacks, whites, pinks, very elegant, very pretty, and of course very girly. I really hope little Genesis likes it. So, anyway, the card is just a black cardstock base. It's 5.5 by 5.5. And again, the beautiful collection is called Timeless. It's by Teresa Collins. It's an older collection, but it's still very pretty. Hobby Lobby used to carry it, and when I went to go look, they didn't have any more. So I did have to order it online, but it's beautiful. It's very worth it. So anyways, what I did, I just cut out a piece of the pattern paper and attached it to the cardstock as my background. And then I did two, rectangles of cardstock here with the black, and then followed that up with a piece of pattern paper, and I did two of them here. And I followed a sketch that I found on Pinterest, and I really liked this sketch. It was interesting. It was different. So I just basically took that sketch, and that's how I created my card. And I'm very happy with it. It's very, very cute, very elegant. And so, after doing the rectangles, the pattern paper, and the cardstock, I then cut out this oval out of one of the pattern papers. And I didn't have, my Spellbinders oval is too small to fit this little dress form, because I knew I wanted to get the little dress form in the middle. So I had to use an old stencil that I had. And I just traced that, cut that out. All of my edges are inked with black soot to give it a shadow effect. And then I adhered it with some foam tape. As you can see, it is dimensional. Okay. And then I used my beautiful Spellbinders. I think it's called Parisian, not the accents. Oh gosh, I can't think of the name. But it's, it's by Spellbinders. It's got like the Eiffel Tower, beautiful dress forms, things like that. And I really like this dress form, so I just die cut that in black cardstock. And then I did the little dress in one of the pattern papers, and I used foam tape to give it dimension. And I love the embossing that it creates. It's kind of hard to see. There you go. You might be able to see some of it, but it's really neat. And I love this die by Spellbinders. It's so cute. And then I just used a little bauble that I had in my stash. I think it's like a little bead, and it's really cute. It's like a little flower, and it's got a little gemstone in the middle, and just a little accent for the dress. I thought that was really cute. And for my background, these are the Parisian accents by Spellbinders. And I just cut those out of black cardstock. I did 4 of them, 1 in each corner of the oval, just to accent it a bit. And then I used little flowers for my stash. This is just a little pink one, and I gessoed the tops of that. These are little white ones for my stash, and I just used a light pink ink pad to go over the tops of them, just for a pop of color. And so I just did a little cluster here, a little cluster here, and one here. Pretty simple. And of course there's lots of stickles on the flowers. I wanted lots of glitter. Very pretty. And down here, this is a little die cut piece that came from the collection by Teresa Collins. And all I did is I just stamped happy birthday, my sentiment, right on the little tag. And I used some foam tape to give it dimension, just to make it pop here. It's very pretty. It's very simple, but I think the touches of black and the little, Parisian accents here really make it pop. It makes it look really elegant. And I'm very happy with it. And on the inside, I just kept it quite simple. I always like to leave it simple so there's plenty of room to write a message. And all I did is I just cut a piece of pattern paper here. This is the Eiffel Tower die cut from that Parisian set by Spellbinders. Look how neat that looks, right? Love all the details. And so I just glued that on there. And there's plenty of room here for her to write a sentiment to her daughter. So I left plenty of room there for that. And that's it. Very, very simple card, but like I said, it's just very elegant with all the touches of black. And I just love this color combination, the pink and the white. It's very pretty. So that's my card. And I also, like I said, I altered a letter for her. This is, these are just decor pieces for her room. Hopefully it goes, let me move this from the back, it's a little distracting. But yeah, hopefully, it goes really well in her room. And I'm really happy with the way they turned out. They're super cute. So anyways, the little girl's name is Genesis. Everyone calls her Jen. And so this is just an altered G. This is a G that you get at Michael's. And this one was like a really bright purple. And, I painted the entire thing black. I was going to go in a different direction with it. And then changed my mind, of course. But I ended up painting the entire thing black. And then I adhered the pattern papers to the, all the sides. I did the front. As you can see, this is the back. And then I had left this black. I wanted a lot of black. But then I wasn't happy with it. I felt it was too much black. And I did a little technique to it that I, again, was not happy with it. Like I said, I was going in a different direction. But it didn't work out the way I wanted. So instead, I just covered it with paper. And these are all from the Timeless collection. And then I went ahead and used my Crafter's Workshop. The art is stencil, and I used the modeling paste, as you can see in some of the areas here, the script. And it's very subtle, and that's what I wanted. And then let's see, oh, I love the way this dress form turned out. It is so cute. Of course, this is the Tim Holtz dress form. I cut that out of chipboard. I painted it white. And then I stamped on it with a music note stamp that I had in my stash. It was like a background stamp. So I just stamped on it with archival ink. I inked all of the edges of the chipboard dress form with some black soot. And then I went ahead and die cut this piece again for the dress. And what I did for the dress, I used this flocked paper that came in the Timeless collection. And I thought it gave it the look of velvet. So it's like she's wearing a little velvet dress. The little bodice is velvet, and then you've got a lot of ruffled lace here for the skirt. And I thought that was really pretty. I just used different layers of lace to give it this effect. It's very cute, and I just cut that out. And then for the little belt, I just added a little piece of the mesh bling that I have in my stash. A cute little flower for my stash as well. The tops are inked in pink, and then of course I've got some glimmer, it's called Glamour Dust. Let me see real quick. I always call it Glimmer Dust, or I don't know what it's called. Let me see. Yeah, Glamour Dust. This is really cool. And I picked this up on clearance at Michael's. It was 29 cents. I think it's normally like $3 or something like that. But it is super, super fine glitter. And it's really neat because it gives such a shimmer to flowers or anything that you use it on. So I thought that was really pretty. And I added a bit to the flower. And let's see, then up here I just added some cute little pearls for my stash for a little pearl necklace. It's very pretty. Love the little dress form. And then up here I just added a cute little butterfly for my stash. I created a little flower cluster here in the bottom. And all I did is I just added a piece of cheesecloth first. Then I added my flowers. I've got an acrylic flower here. Some pink paper ones for my stash. And then I used these little, let me see if you guys can see them. They're like little stickers. They're like little silver flower stickers. My husband picked up a couple of packs from one of his trips back in like that major haul that he did for me. And then they have a little cute pearl in the center. So I just used those as little fillers, just tuck them back there. There's one here, one over here, one down here. And then these cute little black ones, I think they're like a little rolled rose. They are fabric. And these were given to me by Tammy, who is SS Crafter 1. She sent it to me with her entry to my challenge. So thank you so much, Tammy. These were perfect for my project. They're so cute. So I just took a little one here, a little one here, and then I've got lots of bling. I just cut it into little pieces, added a piece here, added a piece over here, and over here. So very cute little cluster. I like the way that it came out. Very neat. And so I didn't want to leave the back blank. So I did, add some stencil as well with the modeling paste. And like I said, all my edges are inked in black soot, as you can see. And I just created this cute little banner on top out of a piece of trim that I had from my stash. This is one of my favorite trims. And I just adhered that on there, added a couple flowers to the corners. And then, of course, added some more flowers over here. The same kind of thing that I did with the flower cluster. I've got the little stickers with the pearls, the little black flowers, pink ones, just very cute. Added some on top. And then there's some over here. And the main reason I did that, I absolutely hate it when you can see glue spots. And what happened is when I adhered the dress form, there was like a big glue spot back here. And I hate the way that looks. I don't care if it's on the back or whatever. I had to cover it. So that's why I did this little flower cluster here as well. And I thought I would do it on the other side to balance it out. So it's really cute. And on the back, because I didn't want to leave it plain, I just added a couple more strips of the lace. So you could see that, you could still see the lace dress from the back. And then this is just a little die cut piece. It says Remember from the collection that I just adhered on here. Very cute. So like I said, I don't want to leave it plain. And I did some stenciling on the sides of the letter as well. So very cute letter. I think this is going to look really cute in her room. So very cute. I'm very happy with it. And now to move on to the bigger piece. Oh my gosh, this is going to take me a while. I did a whole lot of things to this thing. This is, the configuration box that I decided to make. And like I told you, it's not an actual configuration box. I love using the, they're like drawer organizers that you stick in your drawer. You can put pens, pencils, paper clips, whatever, The reason I like using them is because they're very deep. The little compartments are really deep and you can add a lot of little details. So I really like that. I had picked this one up at Joann's. And I basically I painted all of the edges that I knew were going to show with black acrylic paint. All of my edges, as you can see, the little corners, things like that. What I knew would show, after I covered it with the paper. And then I went to town, covered it, the entire thing with the Timeless collection. Okay, as you can see, it's all covered with the beautiful collection. And I just love this paper. It's got beautiful damask, images and prints, and then the colors are just so perfect together. And like I said, this is the way that her room is decorated, so I really hope it matches and it goes really well in there. It should, I hope so. But it's very pretty. So all the compartments on the inside are covered in paper. I just left the tops black. I had covered them with the black acrylic paint. I left those black. So everything is covered with paper, and then I started embellishing one little compartment at a time. And let's see, I'm going to start, I guess I'll start with the very top, and then we'll move down. I wanted to do like a big cluster of goodies and flowers on top. And what I did here, as you can see, I did do some of the stenciling all over the box on the sides. And so after I did that with the modeling paste, I went ahead and used some cheesecloth for my background here. And I just added lots of little flowers. This is an I'm Roses flower from my stash. It's all, nicely glamour dust, whatever you want to call it. These are 2 Recollections flowers that I just picked up recently from Michael's. And these are like made out of fabric. And then they got a pretty little rhinestone in the middle. I thought those were really neat. So I used 2 of those. And then here I have some more little white flowers from my stash. These kind of remind me of carnations. They don't exactly look like carnations, but they remind me of it for some reason. I just picked those up at a local store down here. And again, there's lots of glitter on top of them. Back here, there's just these cute little white ones for my stash, and I inked the tops with pink. This one as well. And then we've got some wheat spray sticking out. I just cut a couple of little pieces and tucked them over here. There's some more over here on this side, little wheat sprays, acrylic wheat sprays. And I've got some buttons tucked away over here from my stash. Got some smaller ones up here. And then I wanted to add like little pearl strands that are kind of poking in and out of the cluster. So I've got these iridescent pearl strands coming in and out. They're really cute. They're like a light pink. And then up here I've got one of those acrylic gems that I had picked up in LA. And I thought that was really pretty just to add to the center. Very neat. So that's my cluster. I just wanted to create something on top, and I really like it. It came out really cute. And then so now we're going to move on to each compartment because there's a lot to cover, as you can see. Let's see. I'm going to start up here. I did just this cute little corner piece. I had bought a couple of these on eBay, and I thought that was just a great accent for the corner. So I did that there. And let me see if I can move this around. Alright, so on the inside I have these, Parisian stamps because that's the theme we're going for. I just stamped on some of the pattern paper and I cut it out, and I used them in the back as like, little posters or things like that, because these are going to be like little rooms. Each room has different things in it depending on the stuff that, little Jen likes. So I know she wants to study abroad, and I thought that would be neat to add some of these little Parisian stamps on there as little posters. And so I really love this compartment. Basically what it means, it says dream every single day. And that's what everyone should do, especially little girls. We have all these hopes and aspirations and dreams, and I thought that was just such a beautiful message, and I definitely wanted to share that with her. So dream every single day, little girl. And let's see, I added some cheesecloth down here. I've got this beautiful little angel on top. These are little cherubs that I picked up here in my LA haul. And I covered him with 2 coats of gesso. And then I went over him with the crackle, the rock candy crackle by Tim Holtz. And it gives it a really nice, like a glaze and a crackle effect. And I really like that. And then I lightly went over him with some black ink, just a little bit. Okay, so he's just, watching over her. He's just gazing down, so I thought that was really sweet. And these are just words that are used from, they're a stamp that I have. It's by Glitz Designs, and I just stamped every single day. I used some white embossing powder, and then I just stamped that onto some of the black paper that came in the collection, and I just cut it out and used foam tape to give it dimension. On the top, hopefully you guys could see, the whole top, the entire 3 sides are lined with this really delicate pink lace. I thought that was really pretty. And of course I used my Scrabble tiles to spell out a dream. Each of the Scrabble tiles has a little bit of snow text on it, just for, added accent. And then I have this little black pearl strand going in and out of the Scrabble tiles. And then there's a pink flower in the corner. And that's pretty much it for that compartment. And then moving on here, again, the whole thing is covered with paper. I used this teardrop trim from my stash, really pretty light pink color that was perfect. This beautiful butterfly is from a chipboard collection that I've had for a really long time, and it was black and white already. I love the details of it. What I did is I used the crackle accents all over it, and of course it gives it that nice gloss and that crackle effect once it starts to dry. I thought that was really pretty, and I just attached that to the back of that. And I used some of that flock paper down here at the bottom. It kind of gives it the look of like a nice little rug. So here I have a little Tim Holtz vial that I filled with pearls of different colors, a gray, pink, white, to pick up the colors from the paper. And then I covered it with this little velvet trim all around it. I fussy cut this little flower out of the collection, and then added a cute little pearl to the center. And then I've got a little spool or bobbin, I think they're called, the little sewing machine bobbin things. And I wrapped a couple of pieces of lace on it, and I have the lace coming in and out like that. Draping, or however you would call that. And then I've got a cute little pink button for my stash. I've got some pretty flowers for my stash over here that I glimmer dusted. Very pretty. And I think that's it for that compartment. And then down here, this was fussy cut from the collection. It's just a cute little banner, and I stamped Bon Voyage on it. And again, just sticking to that French theme. I thought that was pretty neat. And then moving on to this compartment, Genesis plays the piano and she plays soccer. So I knew this compartment I wanted to add a little bit of those elements to that. So I've got these beautiful music notes. These are made out of metal. I picked them up at Michael's. They're from Mementa, I believe that's what it's called. So I attached here, attached one here. I thought that was really neat to, you know, the fact that she plays the piano. And then in here, I just added some of that trim that I like on the 3 parts. And then I've got a pretty flower back there. This is a cute little Prima trinket. It's got a fleur-de-lis covered with some rhinestones. And again, that's very French, très chic. So I put that there. I thought that was really pretty. And I added a couple of little butterflies. This is from the Martha Stewart punch. I just added a little piece of bling to the body or the middle. And then here I knew she loves soccer. She plays soccer. I wanted to incorporate that in there. And I couldn't find an actual little mini soccer ball. I had a really hard time finding that. So I just found these stickers by Recollections. It's like a puffy sticker. It's really cool. It's dimensional. And I just added little pieces of foam tape to the back, or foam dots, those little foam squares that we use, just to make it pop. And I have a couple of little flowers here for my stash. This pretty black bauble that Tammy gave me. It was perfect. Thank you so much, Tammy. I just added that on there. Very neat. And I think that's it for that compartment. Like I said, there's a lot going on, right? And then let's see, moving on to the next compartment. I'm sorry I'm moving so much. I do have to hold it up to the camera so you guys can see. It's kind of dark in there. In here, I've got, again, the entire thing is covered with paper, and I've got this pretty bauble up here. Again, Tammy gave this to me. Thank you so much, girl. I'm using all the stuff you gave me. It's so beautiful. And it kind of reminded me like a light fixture. So I thought that I would add that to the top. I think that's neat. And then here I have a clothespin, one of those little chunky ones. And I left it natural. I wanted some of the wood element to show through. And I just covered the front and the back with the patterned paper. I stamped the word loved on here. This is from the Prima Fairy, what was it called? It's the Fairy collection. Oh, I can't think of the name right now, but it just spelled love. Loved. I added a cute little black ribbon, bow, and a little white flower for my stash, just on top of that. And then of course you've got beautiful pearl strands. Basically what I wanted this to look, it's a compartment where the little girl would store little things, little trinkets that she finds interesting or beautiful. So she's got a pearl strand here, and then an acrylic flower for my stash. I think that's really pretty. Here I've just got a key charm that I added on here. And this compartment again covered with paper from the Timeless collection. It's very pretty. It looks like some really pretty wallpaper. And then this is just a frame that I had picked up a while ago. It's supposed to be like like a cameo frame, I guess. You put a cameo in the middle, but it was a really dark turquoise color that definitely would not go with this collection. But I love the frame. I love all the details of it, and I knew I wanted to add a cameo in the middle. So I just covered it with a light coat of gesso, and I gave it 2 coats of gunmetal paint, just regular acrylic paint, and it gave it the look that I wanted. Very neat. And this is actually a button, and I just cut off the shank. I love the little cameo girl, so I just put her in the middle, and I thought that came out really pretty. Again, I have some butterfly punched from Martha Stewart. Add a little bling to the bigger butterfly. Sorry, it's not focusing. Maybe I'm too close. And then there's another one there. Okay, and then I've got this little wooden spool. I wrapped some lace around and made it go into the flower cluster. Got some flowers for my stash, some little pearls for my stash, and this cute little bow. This is actually just a button, and I added it on there. And then there's an acrylic bauble in the back, another little butterfly right on top of the spool. Very pretty, and then some more of that flocked paper. And then here's another little corner piece. Focus here. There we go. And let's see, out to the bigger compartment. Put it down for a second. My hands are getting tired. My arms. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the big compartment here. This was my favorite part. I thought it was so adorable. I wanted to recreate like a little room, like a little bedroom. I thought that was so neat. So again, the entire compartment is filled, covered with a patterned paper. Here I did a stamp from my collection, and I fussy cut that out onto pattern, I stamped it on pattern paper, fussy cut it out, and again, it's like a little poster in her room. Okay, I created this cute little dresser out of 3 matchboxes. I just glued one on top of the other, added some chipboard to the sides to complete it, and then I did this really cool technique. I wanted it to look like a really shabby dresser. I painted it black, and then I used a piece of a candle, like wax, you know, obviously it's the wax that does the effect, in little corners and areas where I wanted some of the black to show through, because I knew I was going to cover it with white. And it allows the, it gives it like a distressed look. It's really cool. Then I painted it white, and I used sandpaper to rub on all the areas where I had applied the wax. That way the black that I painted underneath shows through. It's really, really neat. And then I used these little bead caps that Saw had given me. Thank you, Saw. They're so pretty as little knobs on my dresser. Here, these are little knobs that I had used. Actually, I had purchased a different drawer dresser, and I didn't use the knobs. I took them off, and I thought they would be perfect as little feet. So I added those as little feet. And I have this pretty little rosette trim that Gisela gave me. Thank you. It's perfect as a little rug in this cute little room. It's like a little shabby rug. Here is a little frame. This is a metal frame from Kane Company. It was a bright red color. And I painted it black and then painted it white. Used that same technique to have some of the black come through. Here's a little tiny vial that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. I filled it with glossy accents and added these cute little flowers that Tammy gave me. And then here we have a beautiful chandelier that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. Look how pretty this is. And I just have it hanging by some chain and some jump rings from the room. It is so pretty. Very cute. And over here on the side, this is one of the clocks that I fussy cut from the paper. I applied dimensional magic on the clock face and added this cute little Prima hands that actually move. So I thought that was really cute. So it's a really cute little girl's room. And then of course, to accent it, I covered added some bling trim to the sides. It's just really the focus of the box. It's really pretty. And of course, I wanted it to have feet. So I added these little wood discs. I found these little wood discs at Michael's, and it's just 2 that I glued together. And to cover the seam, I just used this pretty little braided trim all around it. And of course, you know, they were painted black because they're that natural wood color. So I painted both of them black and then added this pretty trim in the middle. And then adhered them with some E6000. So that is it. It's a lot to cover. I know it's a long video, but it's a lot of detail, as you can see. And I really, really hope Jen likes it. I'm very happy with it. I think it's very très chic, very Parisian. I hope it goes well in her room. And I hope my friend likes it as well. I'm going to show her pictures, see what she thinks. And I'll be sending it out to her so she can give it to her little girl for her birthday. Anyways, guys, those are my projects for today. And again, these are going to be submitted to Saw Crafters Design Team Call. So I hope you like it, Saw. Hope you guys all like it. And thank you so, so much for your continued support. Leave me a comment or question if you have one. I'll get back to you. I'll see you guys real soon. Bye-bye.